Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is I'm going to talk about what to expect when transitioning transgender MTF. So before we begin, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a free way to help your girl out. So let's get started. Okay. So the first tip is you haven't messed with your look, you haven't started HRT, or you just came to the realization you're trans. So basically what I have to say about that is that what was I gonna say? I just had a brain fart. So you haven't messed with your look, you haven't started HRT, or you just came to the realization you're trans. Don't expect your family and your friends to be open to you about it. I'm sorry, my cat is just all over the place. So basically, don't expect your family and your friends to be very accepting at first, because once you came to the realization, even this happened for me, when you come into the realization of it, I want to say I was so like expecting others to be accepting of it because you've accepted yourself, but it's hard for other people to accept your truth. So don't expect your family and friends to be open to you about it. It took you time to accept yourself, so it's going to take time for them to accept it. So, or they may never accept it too. That's another thing too. They may never accept it. Like I have a family member to this day don't even accept it. So it is what it is. Yeah. So the next tip is you will lose friends and families. Some will leave for some time and reconnect, and some may never. So when I transitioned, I want to say that I had a family member not talk to me for a long time, and we actually for a year and a half. I didn't hear anything, but then we reconnected, which is kind of weird. But sometimes these things happen. Even friends too. I've even one of my friends, he did not talk to me after that. We did not talk for a good 3 years. But I mean, he still followed my social media and stuff. But I was just like, whatever. And one day he just hit me up out of the blue and was like, hey, like I haven't heard from you in a while. I was wondering, did I'm sorry for not really being there when you transitioned and stuff. I should have been a better friend about that. And he said that, I mean, of course, I was in a better place. So I was just like, yeah. Um, he asked me, he said, hey, would you, be down to go out to eat or something? And I said, yeah, sure. Okay. And so, we reconnected, we talked, and, so it was really nice. Really cool. Um, So that's another thing, yeah. So you will, so if you do end up not talking to those people, sometimes, God takes those people out for a reason, just so you focus on yourself. And if it's right, then, if it works, it works. If not, then, you weren't meant to really be around that person anymore. So next tip is start wearing skinny jeans, merce, or black or backpack. So basically when I started my transition, I didn't feel confident to wear straight girl clothing. So what I did was that I buy girl clothing, but I would make sure it looked unisex on me. So like skinny jeans, especially in the guy section, they definitely have skinny jeans. Like I mean girl tight skinny jeans. So I started wearing those. Also too, merce, they have like especially in the Gucci store and stuff, they have merces. It's basically a purse, but it's called melt, like a merce or whatever. So if you don't feel confident getting a purse, then like just get a merce, and like usually that help. With me, I would have like little backpacks, and I would just like cute like little girl backpacks, like the little small one. I would wear those around, stuff like that. Um, Also too, yeah, so like a merce or a little backpack. So that's what I would do, and pretend I would one strap it and like pretend it was a purse. So you could do that. So the next tip is to like wear natural makeup. So I remember I did not know what makeup was. So I didn't start really wearing like any type of makeup until I was like in 11th grade. So I remember I would watch, this was back when Patrick Starr, Manny MUA, like all those beauty guru, like that's when the beauty guru community really started taking off. Um, I saw like I would watch like tutorials on how to do like natural makeup, and they have like powder foundation, clear mascara. So like it was really like if you had like a 12-year-old girl and she wanted to start wearing makeup, you can give her like some clear mascara, and it just makes it feel like she's put on something, you know. So I remember I bought clear mascara, and then I started putting that on. I remember going to CVS, and I bought it at CVS. And not only that too, in 11th grade, I was honestly I did not have money like that. So any money that I did have, I would literally go to Walmart and buy like the cheapest makeup they had. I even went to the dollar store and bought like some black eyeshadow. So I went ahead and I what did I do? I did like clear mascara, and then eventually I just kind of got more confident, got more bold to wear like actual like mascara. So I think I bought like the Maybelline like Volume Colossum. It's like it was like yellow with like pink cheetah prints on it, or it was like a purple cheetah print on it. But anyways, I would do that. I would put that on, and it definitely made me look like I had makeup on. Also too, I would buy Maybelline's was it Maybelline? Yeah, it was like Maybelline foundation. And I literally went to high school with this girl, and she took me to Walmart and told me kind of like what to buy and stuff. And I was like, okay. And I had like $60 at the time. So I was like, she helped me out and she told me like what to get because I really did not know what foundation was. I did not know what concealer was. I didn't know anything. So she did definitely help me out. And then I started like looking up like makeup, like how to put it on and stuff on YouTube. And then that's kind of how it took off from there. So, yeah, so I definitely, and then also too, I think I was a senior. I was a senior in high school. I had got a job at Charlotte Russe, and in Charlotte Russe, it's a girl. It was like a teeny bop, like teen. It was like a store for like grown women and teenage girls. Like the style was like really like teen. It was like a Forever 21, but like more girlier, I want to say, but it was cute. So I worked there for 2 years, and that's where I got all of my like. They would have like by the registers, they would have like little makeups and stuff, like little like lip NYX products, and then they would have like it was just a lot of like lip glosses, lip tints, and like stuff like that. Or they would have eyeliners too, and you know I would buy that stuff because I was like, oh, this is cute. I want to buy this. Um, and not only that too, our discount was like 40% off. So yeah, so like buying a NYX product, like they had NYX setting sprays and stuff. And I remember, yeah, 40% off of that, I would definitely buy. Because going to like a regular Ulta, I don't get 40% off. So especially off no NYX. So definitely that really helped. That really helped my transition. That's how I was able to fund a lot of my girl clothes and a lot of my because I worked there. The downside of working there is that every check that I got, I was really spending it on like a bunch of girl products and girl stuff. And it was so annoying because I couldn't go 2 weeks without buying something in there, which really sucked. But hey, it is what it is. So I went ahead, but yeah. So that's how I honestly, that's how I really got into makeup and stuff. And like I started learning how to like put it on and whatnot. What else next on the list? But yeah, so that's when I started doing that, and then that's how like I was like a lot happier and stuff. So bathroom situation. So like again, I know I talked about it in my last video. If you looking like a boy, use the male bathroom, and if you look feminine, then use the women's bathroom. That is as simple as it is. And if there is a family bathroom or a gender neutral bathroom, go use that instead. Um, yeah. So another one is get your ID or driver's license gender marker changed ASAP. So I know I talked about it in my last video, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it again in this video. Is that some girl, she was an MTF, so like she was a diamond in the rough. So you know, she wasn't passable, I would say. So she basically went into the male or women's bathroom, and a bunch of these women just was like, oh no, like he can't be in here, whoopie whoop, stuff like that. So they went ahead and got security. I think it was either a police officer or security. I don't remember. But basically they got involved, and they basically asked her like, hey, like, can we see your ID? And so she gave them her ID. They looked at it, it said male on it. So they just said, because you are male, your license says male, you cannot legally go into the female's bathroom. So basically, they had to shun her from going into the women's bathroom. So if you are transitioning, and let's say you're not passing or anything, but you still feel comfortable using the women's bathroom, get your ID changed immediately. Because let's say if something like that does happen, I've never had that happen to me, but if someone does say something, um, if they ask to see your ID, it says female on there. They cannot say you can't use the female's bathroom, you know? So, yeah. So the next one is join a trans group, support group, social media, YouTube. So when I was first transitioning, I did join a trans group. I personally, it was it was at Kaiser, and I remember it was like for an hour, and I went there, and it was like a lot of these women, they were very older, like they were like in their 50s and 60s transitioning. I was like the only young female there that was like in her early 20s there. And then there was another person there, but it was it was a F to M. So the female turning into a male. She was cool. I mean, I'm sorry, I misgendered. I just misgendered her. He was cool, but I didn't really relate to that person. Um, because we're both on different really journeys and stuff. There was another one. There was a Filipino girl in there. She was like in her 40s, but she looked good. Like you couldn't get it on her. And I was like, hey girl, and she did talk to me. She was like, hey. So, we talked stuff like that, but nothing more than that. But I did, it was cool. But a lot of them, they were like in their 50s and 60s. So I ended up really not going back anymore after that. What else? Support group, social media. So I did join a group on Facebook. Definitely did join a group. Um, it was all right. But it wasn't for me. I really didn't connect with it. But on YouTube, when I saw Elena's Genevieve and Angela's Vanities channel, back then I think it was John Liu, and then Angela Vanity, she was Diamond Kane. I remember it was Diamond Kane. And I remember watching her videos and I really gravitated towards them. But then Diamond Kane went to Angela Vanity, and then she stopped doing her she really just stopped doing YouTube. Once she started her hormones and stuff, she kind of like faded off and she doesn't do YouTube anymore. Then she deleted all her old videos. So I'm like, oh, I can't go back and reminisce. So I started watching Elena Genevieve's channel, and then she came out with what really like sealed the deal with me with YouTube was that when Elena Genevieve and Eden the doll, when they did their vlogs together, I remember it was so magical to me at the time. I really, it was just something magical about that. Like Elena Genevieve and Eden the doll, they were so pretty, so like passable in my eyes. And I remember they would go on these crazy adventures and they would vlog it and just do a bunch of crazy stuff that still use their feminine charms to kind of get what they want on their crazy journeys. And it was just such a magical, like, I remember I was like, oh my God, there's girls that are just like, they're just like me and they're beautiful. And it made me want to like dress up really pretty too. And honestly, that's kind of how I found my support group, was watching Elena Genevieve's channel and Eden the doll. Um, and then Nikita Dragon too. She was Nick the Dragon at the time, and which was really crazy and a magical time for me. It's because when I started my HRT, Angela, Elena, Nikita, and Eden, we all started our transition literally at the same time, which was crazy for me. So that's probably why I connected so much better on YouTube, and especially with their channels and stuff. So for me, how I got through it, because there was times where I felt, I had the gender dysphoria. I was like, oh my God, I'm not passable today. I look like a man today. But I would watch, Elena's videos and I would be so much happier. And then Gigi Gorgeous too. I remember watching Gigi Gorgeous story time videos. I remember watching Gigi Gorgeous, and I remember I was like, well, there's Gigi, she's very beautiful, and, stuff like that. Another one too was Julie Vu. Julie, I remember watching her videos too. I really liked Julie Vu's videos too. So watching trans girls on YouTube is just, for me, it really helped me through what I was going through, because I didn't have family or friends at the time. But YouTube was definitely my support. that I had. And then I was also seeing a therapist. So yeah. Um, get your ID, your driver license, gender marker challenge. Or wait, join. Okay. So you are gonna lose sex drive, muscles, mental, and physical sensitivity. So you are gonna, so when you start your HRT, your sex drive will go down. It will plummet, it will go down. Um, it's just what it is when you start taking estrogen and you're no longer producing testosterone in your body. Your muscle mass, your muscles, like your shoulders, are not going to widen anymore. They're going to get softer. Your muscles, you'll have noodle arms like me. Um, Also, too, like your mental and physical, you will have mental and physical sensitivity. Like when things, like when I see like animals, like on the TV, or if I hear a song, um, everything that I do is very emotional, and like I cry like over like the smallest things ever. Like today I saw like a homeless man on the street, and he was so nice. I remember I went into the post office today. Oh, I have a PO box, by the way, you guys. So if you guys want to send me something, I'll put it in the description down below. But today, this morning, I went into the post office, and it was super packed in there. I get nervous and anxious when I'm around a group of people I don't know, especially people that I don't even know. I just immediately start panicking and stuff, and I have to talk myself down. And like, I was like, I need to get this PO box open. People have been asking for it. So there was this man that was outside the post office, and he was so sweet to me. He was so nice. You could tell he was mentally, like, something wasn't right with him. But he told me that you look very beautiful today, and that you look like a movie star. And y'all, I look basic as hell. Like, I look basic. But he said I look like a movie star, and he said that you have a wonderful day. And I was like, oh, thank you. And not really, like, I went into that post office feeling really confident and happy, and I really needed to hear that. So I thought that was really sweet of him. And I kind of did kind of like tear up, because I'm like, man, like, why is he out here? Like, why isn't he like in a facility, or, like, where's his family at? Stuff like that. And I did kind of get a little emotional. So when you are a woman, when you take estrogen, you will probably cry over the smallest things. Things that you normally wouldn't cry about would, like, hit me and stuff. So stuff like that. The next tip is, starting HRT, you'll be tired and take naps. So before I started taking HRT, I remember I would not take naps at all. I was always on go, go, go. Ever since I started taking HRT hormones, y'all, obviously I will take naps any time of the day. If you say it's nap time, I am there. I love taking naps. I love to just sit there and just sit in my bed and just doze off and go to sleep. That is like my favorite thing to do. I sound boring, but it's so true. So yeah, once you start taking hormones and stuff, you will probably be tired a lot more, and you will probably be taking naps and stuff. And then the next one is, you'll be way more emotional. So when you start taking your hormones and stuff, you will be way more emotional and everything like that. So definitely this concludes today's topic and video. So if you like this video, don't forget to thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay magical. Mwah.